Good day, and welcome to the Time Preservation Society. I'm Inigo Montoya. Today we're reviewing the Slate ML-2 mic modeling small diaphragm condenser microphone. As always, check your screen to find the real-time information and the equipment and current mic modeling I'm using and when I'm using it. Full disclosure, I bought these microphones with my own money, and I am in no way affiliated with Slate Digital. These are my own opinions based solely on my own subjective experiences. Now that that's out of the way, some company history. Slate Digital was co-founded in 2008 by Stephen Slate and Fabrice Gabriel, with a mission to create the greatest digital audio tools for professional producers, mixers, and engineers. The company quickly made a name for itself with groundbreaking products like the FGX mastering processor and the Virtual Console Collection analog mixing desk emulations. Their products have won multiple awards, such as 2 SOS awards, and most recently, an Editor's Choice Award from Electronic Musician. Also, Stephen Slate himself seems like a wicked cool guy. Now, onto some history of this mic in particular. The following blurb is mostly taken directly from Slate Digital's website. The ML-2 microphone is the second model in Slate's award-winning virtual microphone system. This small diaphragm microphone is capable of recreating the tone of an entire mic locker of instrument mics. This microphone is a lot different than the other microphones I review here on this channel because it's designed to model other much more expensive and well-known mics as opposed to just being itself. So I think it's prudent to say that this mic is designed to be an instrument mic and not really a vocal mic. So I need to say that right off the bat. Small diaphragm condensers are notoriously sensitive to plosives, and even the slightest breezes will rattle the capsule. I'm using a Stedman PS101 here to help quell those plosives, as well as keeping the mic off access to my mouth. The ML-2 is small and light and weighs 76.8 grams. That's 2.7 ounces. That's about the same weight as an extra large egg or a live mouse. It features an XLR connector, requires phantom power, and has only one switch that Slate says repolarizes the capsule to act like a dynamic as opposed to a condenser. It can be switched to normal or dynamic for when miking louder sources. Is it just a pad switch? Let's act like a real investigative reporter TV special and absolutely never answer that question. The measurements are... Wait a sec. You know, this measuring tape was manufactured in 1927. I picked it up in a pawn shop in Rome in 1938. Just about 5 inches by not even 1. At the time of recording this video, the Slate ML-2 microphone can be yours for just 189 Canadian dollars or 150 US dollars. In the interest of saving time, I'm going to now switch between mic models as I continue. I'll save the modeling of the Shure SM7B and the Shure SM57 until later so I can do a side-by-side comparison since I actually have those mics handy here. I'll also be omitting the mics that are designed for drums since I don't really have a drum kit handy here to give a proper test. So, here are some of the mic models this little baby can emulate. The S47 is based on the Neumann U47 tube condenser microphone. This is how it sounds. The S67 is based on the Neumann U67 tube condenser microphone. This is how this sounds. The SE20 is based on the Electrovoice RE20 dynamic microphone. This is how it sounds. The S421 is based on the Sennheiser MD421 dynamic microphone. This is how it sounds. The S414 normal is based on the classic AKG C414 microphone. This is how it sounds. The S121 normal is based on the Royer R121 ribbon microphone. This is how it sounds. The S222 is based on the Shop's M222 small dynamic tube microphone. This is how it sounds. The S451 is based on the AKG C451 small diaphragm condenser microphone. This is how it sounds. Now I'm going to use two Slate ML-2 mics and mic up the acoustic guitar in stereo. I'll play one bar of something, and then in post I'll toggle between the various mic models using the exact same performance. I'll switch both mics to matching mic models at the same time in order to keep it identical. Now let's try the SM57 ML-2 comparison. This is the SM57 and this is the Slate ML-2. This is the Shure SM57 and this is the Slate ML-2. This is the SM57 and this is the Slate ML-2. SM57 Modern, Slate ML-2 Modern. SM57 Slate. 57 ML2, 57 ML2, 57 ML2, 57 ML2. So, what do you think? Do they sound in any way alike? Did it work? Did the emulation work? Let me know in the comments. Now let's test how this sounds next to the SM7B. Does it sound like the SM7B or does it not sound like the SM7B? So let's just do this. Here is the SM7B and here is the ML-2. The SM7B and the ML-2. The ML-2 and the SM7B. The SM7B and the ML-2 and the SM7B and the ML-2. Test, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. Try to get those plosives gone. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So, this is that. The SM7B ML-2 comparison. Does this sound like the SM7B? Let me know in the comments. The accompanying software to run the emulations comes with the mic. You can unlock it with the code. It runs as a Slate digital plugin inside your DAW. I already subscribed to the Slate All Access Pass anyway, so I'm already familiar with it. You can easily switch between the mics and also the distance the mic can be to the source. Pretty simple. It's actually really neat because you can record flat and then add whatever mic you want in post without having to re-record or reposition. If one emulation doesn't work, switch it with another. Bam! Bob's your uncle. Now let's see how it fares in other applications. Here it is as an overhead boom mic. So now I'm booming from about 9 inches away above my head. This is the sound of the Slate ML-2 being used as a boom mic in a almost semi-treated room. It's pretty well treated. So this is the sound. If I got a little bit further away, let's go about 2 feet. So that's the sound of the Slate ML-2 being boomed 2 feet above me in a semi-treated room. Almost treated. We'll call it treated. Now let's try this as a field recording mic. I won't use any emulations for this section. And that concludes our examination. Analysis. I think this mic is great for many applications. It shines as an instrument mic, and I've used it for many recordings. As a vocal mic, it's really not the best due to its susceptibility to plosives, even with a good pop screen. The same can be said with using it as a voiceover or narration mic. It's good, it's all right. I mean, it does the job, but it's just not the best. You need to get close to the source to get a really great sound, and with flying bursts of air, it just doesn't perform very well. That's why I always try to keep that at a 45, because even with the Stedman straight on, even though it sounds better, see that? The plosives, even with the very expensive metal Stedman here, it's an instrument mic. A question I had before I bought these mics was like, could I get away with having a Neumann U67 vocal mic for $200 instead of spending, I don't know, $8,000 on one? I wondered, would it work? It really doesn't. As a boom mic, it was just okay. It was good. It did the job. Once again, it would do the job. But you'd be better with a supercardioid or a hypercardioid mic for that purpose. Something with a longer reach and a tighter beam. This is a cardioid condenser. It'll pick up a lot more of the room than you might want. As a field recording mic, this was great. A stereo pair would do well in either an XY or an ORTF configuration. The only problem is the climate. I wouldn't want to take these guys somewhere really cold or humid. No way. I don't feel like these would endure the elements at all. I might be wrong, but they just feel weak and exposed. I feel like if this mic was also in the 1912 Coupe de Ville car with Jack and Rose on the Titanic, this mic would fail. They weren't designed for those applications. Hot and steamy. And so, there are no points lost here for that. My final notes are, Slate made a flat instrument mic that can emulate other well-known mics. Did it perfectly emulate them? I don't think so. But did they come close on some of them? Sure, yeah. But really, a mic emulation may not perfectly capture the mics they're trying to model, but it does something else. It changes the sound and the dynamics of your source to better fit what you may want to do after you've already recorded it. It gives you options you never had before, and that's pretty cool. For the money, this mic is worth it, for sure. If you're on a budget and need options that you can afford, I don't think this mic can be beat. I have not yet heard a better sounding small diaphragm condenser mic this cheap. If you're interested in picking up one or two Slate ML-2 mics, grab the link from below. It is an affiliate link, and I stand to profit enough from your one purchase to buy the entire Slate company as a whole. I would buy it, and then I would show up to a board meeting unannounced, and I'd say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." So, probably good to buy it. Bye now. End transmission. It's really not the best due to its susceptibility. Okay. Susceptibility. I can't do it. I can't believe it. Susceptibility to its susceptibility.